Hey everyone, welcome. Um, Today I want to start off by just basically going through this build, and I want to explain some stuff about the Omniscience Amulet and all that stuff. This is all for some YouTube videos that I really want to make, so just bear with me as I do all that. And then I don't know exactly how long I'll be able to play to play today, but hopefully we can get quite a lot done. I'm really keen on leveling this build, so let's just fix our sound again, like always. Cool. All right. So what are we starting with? We're starting with the Omni Amulet. Go back here. I don't know why it cuts off my toolbar. I don't really mind it, honestly. Anyway, let's start by just recording some stuff about this. Hey everyone, and welcome to this video about the Crystallize Omniscience Onyx Amulet. This is a very rare drop from the start of Sentinel League from the Searing Exarch. So this amulet is very unique and very interesting. I'm pretty sure you know all about it since you clicked on this video. But let me just go through some basics about this. How much. So the stuff I'll cover here is how it works, the basics, how many omniscience you need, how much is enough, and just the basics of when you can start using it, what it's good for, and stuff like that. So just to go over the amulet is the attribute modifiers applied to omniscience. You get +1 to all elemental resistances for every 10 omniscience, +1 elemental damage penetration, which is great for 10 resistances. Penetrate 1% of elemental resistances per 10 omniscience, and then your attributes can be satisfied by a value of your omniscience. So this can roll between 15 and 25. My honest opinion is if you have issues satisfying your attributes, even if it's 20 or 25 omniscience, you probably are not min-maxing the omniscience amulet enough. But if you want to use it just for basic penetration, don't want to scale omniscience as in make an omniscience centered build, just divine it or buy one that's lower value. I'll go through on POB to show you on path of building exactly how to determine whether your gear is sufficient to equip this and all of that. I'll not go into my build too much for this. I'm currently using Tornado Shot, and I'll link a video on a card here at top if you're interested to check out my build, and then yeah, I'll go over that in a separate video. So the basics here is you want gear that basically stacks attributes. This is fairly simple to do if you have the correct gear. I'm in SSF, so I don't necessarily have the best gear, so you don't have to copy exactly what I have, but you want attributes to get your omniscience as high as possible. So let's go to POB for the rest of this. So as you see here, your attributes will be whatever class you pick. It will be your starting attributes for that class, and then you'll have an omniscience rating here. Now it will tell you how much you need to equip your gear. So let's go to items and let's start unequipping some stuff here. Let's unequip that, and then you see now it will tell me I don't actually meet the requirements with my current setup to for all this. I don't meet the attribute or now omniscience requirement for the skill gem or items that I'm currently trying to use on this build. So to fix that, you just need a little bit more items or a little bit more omniscience. So my gear is pretty bad, as you can see by the stuff that I'm equipping, just to show you it's not hard to make it work, but the more you have, the better it is. So let's go over that. How much omniscience do you want? So we're obviously doing some sort of a Trinity setup here. So I do mostly cold damage at the moment. My item is that bow we got over here. It's got more cold damage than anything else, but you can get a lot better. Like I said again, I'm solo self out. So anyway, let's get back to this. The penetration value here. So I set my boss on configuration to be a Shaper or Elder Guardian. This is pretty standard for bosses. They have 40-50% to all raise, except for Chaos is normally a bit lower. So that's a pretty standard resistance or you can use for all Pinnacle bosses. So this is why it says it's cold raised to 40% in this case. And then it shows that my penetration is minus 135. That's due to omniscience mainly. And then it means that the effective hit that I do will do 95% more damage than the hit. And that is why this is so powerful, is it because it increases the damage taken. It just doesn't just shave off the 40% resistance the mob has and then makes it take full damage. It can go beyond into the negative, and that's why stacking attributes is super valuable. So just to show you an example of that, just as an unrealistic tree, I'm just picking a lot more attributes here just to show you. Now I have 1,700. You go back to your calculations, you will see now I penetrate 147%, and you can see the combined DPS. It is still low on this build since I don't have good items, but you see every point, like if I click and unclick this 10% int, you see my DPS go up because I penetrate more resistance of the enemy. So the answer as to how much omniscience you need, I would say as much as you can without making you skip out on defenses to make you too squishy, or if you don't have enough accuracy, then obviously drop some attributes. So the reason that accuracy is a little bit of a struggle for this build, let's make myself 95 here. You'll see my hit chance goes to 72%. That's because we only have 32 dexterity, and obviously dexterity increases your accuracy rating. And this is now lost because of the omniscience. So just to show you here, if I go to this amulet, unequip it, you see my hit chance is immediately 100% because of the fact that I have the dexterity's accuracy rating. All right, so you just need to keep in mind you need to solve that, and that takes a suffix on gear. Or there's some nodes that gives you flat accuracy, because flat accuracy is going to be your major issue. Percentage increase accuracy is not that hard to get on the skill tree. You'll need a suffix for that, and if you want spell suppression, which I do recommend as well. The next thing that I wanted to go over, what was that again? I covered the omniscience, the attributes, the how much you need. So the next thing that I wanted to show you is how percentage increase attributes work with omniscience. So you do not only have to go for dexterity nodes on the tree if you want the percentage increase dexterity, like in this case. How the percentage increases work with omniscience is it gives you a percentage increase on your omniscience value, not dexterity. So that percentage, 8% increase dexterity, effectively reads 8% increase omniscience. And the same with this utmost might, this effectively reads 8% increase omniscience again. And that enables you to do an anoint like utmost might here, which gives us increased strength, which applies to omniscience, and use a belt like this, which is increased dexterity, again applies to omniscience. So that makes scaling this a lot easier. Something else to keep in mind, so that you don't fall into this trap. This chess piece, for example, will work. it will give you the 15% increased dexterity here that will apply to your omniscience again. But if you have stuff like this, like 10%, 1% increase elemental damage per 10 dexterity, that will not work because your dexterity gets converted before that. Because your dexterity gets converted to omniscience before it applies to that item, you will not get the benefit of that. So just keep that in mind if you're planning on doing something like that. Okay, so yeah, that's the basics of the guide. So that's the basics of this item. Very cool one. Definitely recommend trying it out. I know it's really expensive, but it's a good chase item. You can make a variety of different elemental builds with it. Anything that needs penetration, this will be amazing for. So I hope this helped you. If it did, please consider to like and subscribe to the channel to support me. Let's redo that. If you found this video helpful, please consider to like and subscribe to the channel to support me. I would really appreciate it. I'll have more videos like this coming out in the future. And like I said, check out my tornado shot semi leveling and early game guide just if you want to just see where we're at. It's more of a bold diary, in fact. So let me rephrase that one more time. I feel like I messed that up too much. If you found this video helpful, please consider to support the channel by subscribing and liking this video, and I will see you in the next one. Cool. All right. So next thing I wanted to do is talk about tornado shot. Hey everyone, and welcome to this quick part 1 build diary of my tornado shot Omni build that I'm making. I'll show you, just to start off, a quick victory clip of where I got this Omni Amulet to drop in solo Self-Found. So it was a very big moment for me. Yeah, hope you enjoy this Hope you enjoy this clip. Alright, so getting back to the guide. So I'm level 73, so I'm pretty early days still. As you can see, I could already equip this Omni Amulet. I made a separate video where I covered the Omniscience Amulet and how much tribute you need, etc. And I will link this in the description with a card. I will link this in the description and put a card in the top here. Jumping over to Path of Building, I just wanted to show you how to know when you are ready to equip the Crystallized Omniscience. So you see, if I unspec this node, it will say I need more Omniscience for my items and skill gems. That is because of the fact that you have to satisfy the attributes values that your skill gems require, like say 64 strength, 44 int, that sort of things you need to satisfy now with Omniscience. So before you swap over, just make sure in Path of Building with your current gear that you will actually be able to do it. Just as a quick tip, if you want to import your gear, you can just hover over it, Control C, go to Path of Building, go to items, click in this box here, Control V, and it will paste your item that you want to copy. You can say add to build, it will be added here, and you can add it and see. You can see if that will satisfy your Omniscience. So that's the first thing I just wanted to mention here. And then you can start using this as soon as you can equip it, pretty much. It's pretty useful from the start. And just also make sure you have enough resistances, which you shouldn't really have an issue with. If you use this amulet. If you use this amulet, you shouldn't really have too much issue with that. Yeah, I'll also show you just a quick clip of how I did a level 79 heist on level 72. And yeah, that was pretty cool. So on the helmet, let's change this out here. Let's go for this. Onslaught. Go for Onslaught. Actually want to test this out here. Go for Actin Reliquary. I want my thing to give me Onslaught. Give me Onslaught. I just want a proof of concept before I say everyone should do it. Yeah, there we go. So you can get Onslaught from your pulsating. Yeah, that's very cool actually. Nice. I'm actually very glad that worked. I tested it for myself the first time now. I was thinking about it today during my work, and I wanted to use that. Alright, so just to go through how I leveled it, I used Galvanic Arrow and the Storm... what is it called again? Stormcloud Bow from as early as I could, which is level 9. All the way up till I could equip the Death's Harp. You can do whatever you want. I just wanted to use some strong bows. And then just some basic leveling items. I always like to use the Herm Sorrow gloves and, you know, always a gold drum and a tabula and all that sort of good stuff. Leveling was really easy. Had a lot of damage. I also used the ballistas. What's it called again? How do I spell ballista? 2 L's. Each ballista. So in combination with Galvanic Arrow, I also use Shrapnel Ballista, and it was a pretty potent combo. So just if you have questions of how to level this up, Shrapnel Ballista and Galvanic Arrow, you can just use those bows that I talked about and it will be a pretty swift leveling experience. No issues there at all. So you can level with that and then just start leveling your gems in your offhand or whatever you prefer. So when you swap over to your actual setup, you have those leveled up already, or you can just buy them if you're on Trade League. Other than that, I'm not going to go too much into my build as it stands right now, since I'm still testing things out and I could give bad advice, which I don't want to do. But this is how my skill tree looks right now. In terms of ascendancies, I went this way through Ricochet to the 2 additional projectiles. This is technically more damage if you want to do Far Shot. I might do that at some point just to test, since I plan on using Barrage for my single target. Just as a quick tip of something that I found pretty interesting and useful is your Assonance, I can't say that, Assonance Chant Helmet is very cool for this build. The reason for that is you can make that so you automate your mark on hit thing here. You know, sorry, that you don't used to use mark on it, which reduces the effectiveness of your mark. This helmet will apply it for you. And then I use Hydrosphere to give me a little bit more exposure and more minus raise. And then I can support that with Power Charge on crit and Onslaught. I did test this and it does work. So you can get free Onslaught and Power Charges from this setup as well. If you don't want to use this, you can just use any other rare or helmet with stats and whatever else. Like I said, I'll make a follow-up build. I'll make a build diary part 2 and so on for this build. So if you're interested in seeing that, please consider to subscribe to the channel. I'll really appreciate the support, and then you'll be notified when the part 2 and subsequent videos come out. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this helped you. If it did, please consider to like, and I will see you in the next one. All right. I said that. And now we can play. I can just play some games for a bit. I think level 8, right? Let's get some towers done. From that chevron's wrappings. Something that I have thought about is this penetration node right here. I don't think that's necessary for me at the moment. I'll probably unspec that in the near future. I'll still figure that out. I also thought about this during work today. Is I actually have a... where is it now? I have an intuitive leap. Right here. So that would mean that I can drop these nodes here, pick that one there and that one there. So this, that, and drop these. I mean, that could be pretty good, right? I'm pathing through the life, so I'm not dropping that. But yeah, could be cool. Could be cool. Definitely gonna look into using that soon. Anyway, let's shrek some stuff. Ow. Oh god, I don't have phasing. This is so much damage. I just still like so crazy that I'm able to do such a high tier map being so low level. Yes, I am built squishy and stuff, but still cool. I mean, I did that essence as well, which I mean sometimes even when I'm like level 80 or something, I still have issues with the essences.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Nice, man, nice. The one thing that I am thinking about is whether I want to use a blink arrow, maybe enduring cry on power charges on bosses would be cool, and obviously more sustain. Also thinking about what else. There was something else I thought about during work today. Can't remember. I'll remember and then I'll let you guys know what else I thought about. But I could optimize my gems a little bit more, basically, is what I want to say. There we go, got Onslaught. Literally my enchant on my gloves killed that guy. Always feels good, man. So much damage. Here's an example of when I think Enduring Cry would have been nice to have. Ow. He drove through me. I didn't expect that to hit me, I thought he would phase. I think Tornado Shot does way more damage than Mirage at the moment. I really hope I get an Enlighten to drop. I would love to use like a 5-link Enlighten setup. Would love it. What is this unsaid ring? 5 level of socketed gems. That's a lot of damage. A lot of levels, I wanted to say. A lot of levels.
Greetings.
That's a lot of levels. Okay, let's do another one. Actually move a few into my inventory so I don't have to go back here every time. Do them towers, man. I don't know if I'm ever gonna use Tornado again. I love this Honest Lord with the Hydrosphere set up too much. I think if I do get boots with Onslaught, I mean that's gonna be super unlikely though. If I do get boots with Onslaught, I might move to something else, but I have no idea what. Like something that procs on hit. So I thought about Frost Bomb as well. Frost Bomb could be interesting. Feels level, man. Feels like levels, man. Just to make it clear, I'm level 73, the zone is 76. To put it into perspective. Of how strong I am right now. I'm not used to being this strong. On SSF, even more amazing. I'm normally the guy who does like a flame blast build, you know. I'm not the guy who kills things pretty effectively as well. Ow. That Beyond thing deleted me. He deleted me so hard. Sucks that I died there. I really wanted to do that Abyss. Now it's probably gonna expire before I get back there. The reason I want to do the Abyss is for... There was a reason. Just give me a second, I'll think of it. Oh, I want the best jewels for this build. I don't have anything that's decent even. And I might want to use a Stygian Vice instead of the percentage dexterity belt I have, because it's only 10% dexterity. Not the 18 you can get if you attribute it normally. Attribute catalyst it up. Man, I died literally on the top floor here. I don't know. Killed him just in time. Wonder if I'll be able to fit in Determination if I manage to get an Enlighten somehow. Is there a way to farm Enlighten like a Death Guard? I wonder. Not sure. I can tell you it would be nice. It's possible.
My mana is gone.
Let's run into the circle. I mean... Oh, he's already dead? Well, that was easy. I like the way that my portals are so chill. Previous portals I used on the other character was super dramatic. That's the noise they made when you deploy them. Or open them. Oi! I've spec'd into, what do you call this stuff? Expedition, but I never get Rog, and I expect into it for Rog. I don't know if there's something that blocks it. This feels wrong. I never get Rog. I think I got him only while leveling so far. I have to do fully linked. Give me fully linked.
Itching for me to lose another limb, are ya?
Sure. Use that limb. You know it, brother. Oh. Where's my cursor going? What is happening? Why can't I attack? I think my mouse is stuck in a weird way. Anyway, I'm level 74 and 76 zone, so if you're thinking I'm doing bad damage, that's why. Ow. Is there one more? I don't like these guys. The blockers. There it is. Level 13 inspiration, that's pretty sad, right? So low. I think like 5 or 6 more levels, then I'll start do some sentinel on this as well.
My mana.
Alright, let's see.
This way, Exile.
The lighting, right?
Make a mess.
I feel scared, help me. Help. I'm scared. Oh. Yes. I was right to be scared. I got super clapped there. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I should have put a portal down there. I was convinced I was gonna die, so...
I'm not up to that just
Yeah.
yet.
Anyway, let's just move on. That didn't happen. Hey, howdy man. How you doing? One more little... Oh, what? Look at that shock, 30%. Doing pretty good. Nice. Are you playing PoE as well? Or are you just watching? Just try and learn the game? I see. Well, I mean, depending on how much you want to learn, I can try and explain things to you, or do you just prefer watching? Because I don't mind if you want me to explain things. These bears are scary. Probably shouldn't have done like crit multi on these mobs since it's harvest. Just downloaded it today, so I don't know much. Okay, well, if I can give you some advice, I watched the YouTube video, they said play Spectral Helix, but that's about it. Yeah, Spectral Helix should be pretty good. So yeah, probably don't do this build I'm doing. You need this piece of gear that's very expensive, so probably start with Spectral Helix. It's very easy, and I think there should be good guides on it out there, so you could just look at one of those. Where do I get it? The Spectral Helix skill gem, or what do you mean? The amulet that I'm using. So the amulet is called, I can show you here. Let me just open this tab. So I don't know if you know the trade site, Path of Exile trade. If you, obviously assume you're gonna roll trade league character here, right? I would suggest it. So it's called the Crystallize Omniscience Onyx Amulet. It's a very rare drop from one of the endgame bosses called the Searing Exile. They are kind of manageable. There's some of them that I guess corrupted that you can buy here. Costs 2 exalted orbs. It's quite a lot, especially if you start off. So yeah, that's how you can get them, or you can get them by just fighting the boss. But it's a super low drop chance, so I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. Do this. But again, to be fair, when I started playing this game, I just went in kind of blind and just started making my own builds from the start, which, to be fair, was a pretty bad idea, but I loved it. It was a lot of fun. I just failed a lot. What's like the fastest way to level? Because I've been playing for 8 hours so far, I'm only 28. Okay, so the fastest way to level is to just progress with the monster level. So, okay, this is a pretty bad example. I will... Let me finish this up and then I will show you some tips. But basically, you want to keep your monster level, if you press tab here at the top right, like within 3 levels above or below your character's level. So I'm currently 74, and this starts to not be accurate anymore as you get to the end game. It starts to go, you start to go way above the monster level, but while you're doing the axe, just keep it roughly there, and don't full clear every zone. Just do the quests, and I think if you're 8 hours in and 28, you should be way over leveled, I'm assuming. But yeah, that's the first big thing. I just do the quests. Lightning. Just keep trying to craft this shield for my other guy. Does the game have power levels like Diablo? In a way, I mean, I would argue any level above level 90 is a power level, simply because of how long it takes to get that far. It doesn't have something exactly the same. What it does have is your ascendancy tree. If you're 28, you wouldn't have dealt with the Sarn encampment where you do your first ascendancy. This is sort of like a power up thing you can do. It's very specific to your class. Like if you're a ranger like I am, you can choose from 3 different ones. Let me show you here. You can choose from one of these, when you do the labyrinths. And yeah, then that's the closest you get. The rest is just min-maxing gear and grinding out that extra level. Like group with oh like that. Oh sorry, I misunderstood. No, not really. You can just go through the acts quickly. What you can do is, if you want to, you can try and find someone that can run through them with you. But you have to follow the storyline to get to maps, and this is what I'm doing right now is maps. You can't skip past it in any way, unfortunately. It would have been cool, but for some reason they believe that you feel more attached to your character and stuff if you like level it and go through the whole process of getting it up to scratch to do in-game content. So there's no easy way or level boost or anything that they put in here, which I'm okay with, honestly. That's what I always did in Diablo, just let someone power level me. Yeah. No, that's fair, but yeah, it's unfortunately not exactly the same here. Also, do you have Path of Building? I'm assuming you do, and you're following a build guide on Path of Building. Because if you don't, strongly suggest doing that. You will have a pretty tough time figuring out yourself. But once again, you could, and I did it. But it took me a good few, maybe 1,000 hours before I made a build that actually worked. So, if you don't want to go through that agony, suggesting getting yourself a Path of Building and following a build guide. And then you can obviously customize the build slightly once you start understanding how the interactions work, and you can make it your own, but I wouldn't suggest solidly coming up with your own thing from the start. Just been copying their skills and gems. Okay, great. Okay, then I'm sure you'll succeed. Spectral Helix is a pretty good one to start with, so I'm sure you'll be fine. Let's do a... What are we crafting next? I really need gloves. Gloves and... yeah, gloves. Gloves and gloves. I don't have a good glove base, unfortunately. Meh. Let's do jewels. Just do jewels. Almost good. If only I had that at life on it. What a terrible little thing that is. Nice weapon here. Okay. What class do you recommend from your personal experience? Do you mean class recommend for beginning, or like just what I enjoy the most, or what? Because if you want a recommendation for the best class, just that's generally strong, I would say champion. That is a duelist, so it starts here on the skill tree. That's very, very solid. You rarely can go wrong with a duelist. My personal most fun character is an assassin, because I love doing crits and like shattering whole screens of mobs. That's kind of my thing. And similar to that is the Raider and the Deadeye. So I would suggest the strongest starting classes right now would be probably Champion and Raider. Anything else, if you're playing Spectral Helix especially, will be quite a challenge. Didn't see Champion class when you started. Oh, you mean, okay, so you saw Duelist, right? So a Duelist is the beginning class. Like I'm a Ranger. A Duelist ascendancy changes into a Champion. And Champion is, like I said, the Labyrinth thing. This, let's go back in the game here. It's this ascendancy little thing you got here. Yeah. So if you started out off as a Ranger, then definitely go for a Raider. If you started off as a Duelist, go for Champion. If you did anything else with Spectral Helix, I kind of question your guide. But, yeah, I mean, it's not impossible. Probably should not have opened up this thing.
I'm not up to that.
I'm frozen. I haven't solved my freeze immunity yet. You said, okay, because I was looking around and the guys like say Champion, Spectral Helix or Raider Spectral. Okay, so they did say that, and I was just sitting there and I don't see that class. Yes. Yeah, they're not very they're not very obvious, right? But yeah, so just helping you out here. There's 6 main classes you start off with. It's the Ranger, the Shadow, the Witch, Templar, Marauder, and Duelist. So that they go around here. When you reach, I believe it's level 60 for the first time, you unlock a 7th class, which is the Scion. You would think the Scion should be the strongest, but it's not normally that easy to make work, put it that way. So you went Marauder. So Spectral Helix Marauder. So a Marauder can change into a Juggernaut, a Berserker, and a Chieftain, right? So I don't know if your guide has anything to do with these. If anything, probably a Berserker. You can try and make that work. I don't think Juggernaut will be a good Spectral Helix class. You can do a Chieftain if you want to do a full fire damage Spectral Helix, but the easiest one to make work by far is the Raider and the Champion. So depending on what you're doing, you either have to just try it out, try and make a Berserker work, or you need to restart as a Duelist, because there's no way to change from Marauder to Duelist. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I want to get myself a freeze flask. Like, stop getting frozen. Okay, that's fine. I'll go craft it on here. Berserker was the one the guide is. Okay, great. So yeah, Berserker should be fine. Berserker, you potentially could be the highest damage of all the classes. It's normally a little bit more squishy than the others though, which isn't necessarily bad. I guess it will teach you not to stand in mechanics in boss fights and stuff. This is again the one I need to read up on. Okay, so I want heat or infliction. Oh man. Why am I not seeing it? I'm used to being squishy, it's all I've played in Diablo. Okay, then you're in for a treat. Then you'll have a good time. Don't worry about it. This does not feel like the right thing to look at there. This feels better. Okay. Rabbit, bear. Bear. Table, cat, rabbit, fox. What is this magical stuff that I'm reading here? Deer. Great. Was that so hard? This new system of class crafting is really stupid in my opinion. How's new people supposed to know what those things are or where to get the information? He said, I don't know if I like this class though, I probably try a different one because I feel slow and clunky. Yeah, but don't worry, like a lot of the classes feel slow and clunky at the beginning. You'll get there. Path of Exile in general, if you don't know exactly how to get speedy early, feels really clunky until you get some gear and stuff going, so don't feel too bad about it. It's not a true representation of where you'll be at once you get your stuff set up. But I'm hoping the guide you're following has some sort of leveling tree that recommends you what to upgrade first and that sort of stuff. Because if it doesn't have that... Oh, let me show you in case it does have it. So in Path of Building, right? You can click here at the bottom and it will normally show like leveling or starting and then early game, late game, stuff like that, trees. And then that should give you some sort of indication of what stuff to upgrade first. And then another thing you can do if you feel like you're struggling with being slow, you can use Onslaught support gem in your main ability links, which causes you to get Onslaught on kill or on hit, depending on if you kill a mob or hit a unique enemy. That'll also make you a bit quicker. By the way, how did you get to my Twitch? Like, I'm pretty sure I'm very far down on the Twitch, what do you call it? Sorting structure. Ow. I just clicked on it. Well, I'm glad you did. I was just curious because normally there are people pretty high up on the PoE directory that people would click on before me. But yeah, I saw you were leveling. I see what you're saying. That makes sense. Well, I'm glad I put leveling in my title though. Yeah. Thanks for following though. I appreciate it.
Greetings.
I'm still a very small
Go with
little channel
courage.
guy, so every follow at this stage means a lot, so I appreciate it. Also, popular people aren't good to ask. Yeah, I know. That is a very good point. And I agree.
Hello.
You do kind of get swallowed up with the masses if you do ask them.
Farewell.
But also, one of the reasons why I'm glad you clicked on this is part of the reason why I started streaming is I wanted to help people with stuff like that. So, yeah,
Hello.
this is kind of what I want to do. So, glad I could help you a little bit. But there's a lot in this game, man. Like, for real. Yes, I am from South Africa.
I'm not up to that just yet.
I'm currently not in South Africa though, but I am from there.
My mana is gone.
This is one tanky little beastie. Couldn't pinpoint my accent? Yeah. Yeah. It is definitely a South African accent. I have Americanized my accent slightly. But yeah, so South Africans tend to speak kind of British-esque English. Just the pronunciation of certain sounds is more British than not. And it's because of, I believe anyway, because of the language that a lot of us speak in South Africa. It's called Afrikaans. It's a descendant from a Dutch language. And I think that just a lot of the sounds are similar for that reason. Yeah, where are you from? Norway. Oh, cool. So it should be pretty late your time, right? Isn't it like, I don't know, 2 a.m. or 1 a.m.? I don't know. Maybe I got the time zone slightly wrong. Yeah. The only reason that I was so close on that guess is because my family and stuff still live in South Africa, so I try and keep up slightly of the time zone. So I know when it's a good time to talk to them, and they are basically London time zone, I believe. I don't know if that's how you say the proper way to say it, but they're the same time zone as London. When I'm done with this boss, I'm an hour ahead of London. Oh, cool. When I'm done with this boss, I'll show you just some stuff, leveling wise. Maybe it's obvious, but maybe it helps you. Yes, I am in the US. I'm currently in Alabama State. I came here to work or for work. So yeah, that's basically the short version. Alright. Let's show you some things. Some things and some stuff. Okay, so... Okay, work. I was about to say, of all the states, yeah. Yeah, it's not the most popular one to go for, to, or to come to for international people, but it was definitely for work. Okay, so I'm guessing you're still Act 1, or maybe you're Act 2, actually. You could be Act 2. I doubt you're Act 3. You could be, though. I don't know. So, I don't know which Act you're at right now. But, so... Oh, you're in Sarn. Okay, cool. So, Sarn... Yeah, so this is what Sarn looks like, pretty much. There are 5 acts in every part, so there's a part 1 and part 2. So once you complete all 10 of these acts, you will get a mission that is in the epilogue. Go there. I just want to show you what's in your future. Which you'll talk to this guy, he will tell you to go down here and use the map device, and then you'll start the actual end game. But in terms of what to do, I'm sure you already know all of this, but you talk to like a quest giver,
Go with
stuff like that. They will tell you, yes, it is paid stuff. They'll tell you where to go. So let's see if I have an incomplete quest. Okay, this one. So then you can click on your quest log here. It basically, it's either on the right hand side here, or you can go to waypoint, and then depending on which act you're at, it will highlight for you what zone to go to. So just as a tip to go a bit quicker. So this one, Bestel's Epic, I didn't do that one, but it shows you go there to do that. And then also, not all quests are technically mandatory, but there's no way to know that beforehand. The reason that I've learned it is because of just, you know, playing through the game. So I just do all the quests that gives me like skill points, basically. And then just another tip here, if you type in /passives and there's enter, it will show you what you should have either 24 or 22, depending if you've helped a bandit or not, or if you killed all the bandits. And then this is how you can be sure that you have 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, like that you've completed all the quests that actually gives you skill points. And deal with the bandits, you'll have either 2 or 0, depending if you helped one of them or if you killed all of them. And that's about that. So you asked about the wings and stuff. A lot of it is from League rewards. So see all these statues and stuff I have here. They're from like kind of trophies for completing achievements. So I think the default is H. If you press H here, you go to challenges. It will say whatever you need to do to complete them. And then like this one will give you gloves, boots, a helmet, body armor. Like you basically get this full set you see here from this. And then yeah, they'll tell you what to do to complete the specific challenge. Okay, so I get that cosmetics without having to pay. You can get some of them, yes. Let's just move here so I can show you more clearly. So let's go to my cosmetics. So I have a few since I've played for like a lot of years. This one, for example, the hat you got from a League thing. This you got from a League thing. This I got from watching an announcement on Twitch. So whenever they announce like a new expansion or something, they normally have drops that they enable on Twitch. So I would also stream that and, you know, have drops on. These wings are the latest ones they had on the drops for this expansion. So a lot of the stuff you can get. The wings I currently have equipped and this body armor, I did actually buy a supporter pack for that. So I didn't buy these, but basically equivalent to this 6 $60 US supporter pack is what I bought to get this armor set that I have on, but this was like 2 years ago or something that I bought that. And they are, I think they're all limited edition, but I'm not sure. I haven't actually tried to, you know, go too much into detail, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can buy. Anyway, I try and get most of my stuff for free, but you can buy them if you want. Okay, let's do another one. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It's fair, but after I played like, I don't know, 2,000 to 3,000 hours on this game, I thought they've kind of earned my money since I've got so much out of it and I have not paid anything for it yet. So, yeah, that's basically where I came from my argument, but there is some stuff that you might want to buy to make your experience a little bit better. But yeah, just first be sure you want to play the game before you get into those. But I'll show you some of my stash tabs. It just makes storing items a lot easier and manageable. And the best way to get the points you need to buy them is by buying supporter packs, because you get points included in the supporter pack that you can spend on their store. So it's like not just for that armor you pay for that armor and the points to use in the store. Yeah, it's still a lot of money, but it's the way they make money, not from selling the game, but selling the cosmetics. Seen people split that stash tab thing.
I'm not up to that.
Yeah. Ow. Okay. The reason I die a lot here is because I'm way under leveled for what I'm doing, but I don't really care. Oh, okay, so stash tab. I think you start with like normal stash tabs like this. Some say you need it, others say you don't. My opinion is you need a map stash tab and a currency stash tab. Like, I think you need these two to play the game, realistically. Because let's take this one little thing of alteration orbs, right? Just let me unclick them into my inventory and you'll see how many there actually are. So that will fill up that many slots of one of these stash tabs if you were to stash all of them. And that goes the same for all of these other things. And other than that, the map stash tabs I think is also pretty necessary, but you can play without them for sure. It just makes it a lot less micromanagement and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I mean, whether you use it or not, the difference will be the amount of time you spend doing inventory Tetris, basically. You get a little bit less squishy now. I'm literally paper thin here. I'll see you by the time I hit in game. Yeah, you can go to pretty, not I want to say decently into in game, but you can get pretty far without needing anything. So by the time you get that far, you'll anyway be either super addicted or you'll be super over it, depending on if you like it or not. I'm only Act 3, so I got lots of stuff to do. Yeah, no, for sure, man. I mean, you won't benefit from having those stabs now anyway. I only got them way later. I didn't get them within my first few days of playing at all. Like probably a year after I started I got them. But then again, I played stupid builds that didn't work, so I didn't really get too far
I'm not
into
up
the
to
end
that
game.
just yet.
Also, doing some self-advertising here. I do have a YouTube channel as well, if you're interested in checking that out. I believe I have it linked on my Twitch page. I do make some guides on some of the builds that I do on there as well. And I started off making Elden Ring videos when that came out, so yeah, just saying. Otherwise, I try and stream most days, but not always easy between work and stuff. Yeah, cool, man. Like I said, since I'm so small, every little bit at this stage is huge. Ow. I feel you. So if I'm confused by your guides, I can ask you directly. Yep, for sure. But like, I've not made many yet, so not too much to be confused about. Yeah, but for sure you can ask me. Oh, this is an interesting one. Yeah. Let's use it. Like, I don't know how many hours I have in this game, and I'm still learning new stuff every time I play. Not every session, but every league I play. I learn new things because there's so much to know. But to be fair, I kind of go in blind in things a lot of the time, and then make it artificially harder than it needs to be. Or trying to make my own version of stuff. Did you play, what did you say? Oh, this is my first. Yeah, I understand that. I'm getting sensory overload. Yep, for sure, man. Like I said, there's so much. And the thing is, it kind of sucks that leveling feels so clunky, because I think that turns a lot of people off, because they quit before they get to the fun parts, which is maps onwards. Once you get your build up and running and that sort of stuff, then it starts being fun. So, what do you do for a living? This could be bad for me. Choosing avoid damage, so never a good idea. Ow. Fuck. I'm stuck. Help. You're a professional, sit home and do nothing, eh? How does that work? It sounds fun. I would like to sit home. I would probably stream if I sit home, like... Yeah, it'd be cool.
I'm not up to that just yet.
But I have to say, honestly, I would appreciate a break. I'd like to go do nothing for a while. I should probably take some leave now that I think about it. Well, I'm not planning to do this for long. Yeah, no, I mean, I can imagine. What do you want to do? Or what do you plan on doing? My girlfriend is nagging me to find a job. My cat's literally on my everything. I mean, it's kind of good that she's nagging you to find a job, right? I mean, not bad. My cat literally came to lay down on my keyboard. And I can't move my mouse. Like, look at that. This is where my mouse is, right there. Locksmithing or something, he said. Huh. That could be cool. Locksmithing sounds pretty fun. So then, would you do... The same happens when I was watching my cousin's cat. I don't know, it's like they see where you put your hand on, like your phone or a mouse, and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna sit here now. When you do locksmith stuff, is that gonna be like someone brings you a key and then you make that key using the, I don't know, like a rotating shaving disc thing? I don't know exactly what the word is for it. Is that what you want to do? Ow. Yeah, or I go and open locks people lost key for. That sounds fun. Here in America, the way they open that is by using a firefighter's axe and whacking the door. So, I guess you wouldn't have a job in America. But no, I'm sure there are people that don't want to break down their doors. But I've seen stuff like that. They're not afraid of whacking through doors here. Like, they don't play around. I don't believe you. I think they actually use guns. I mean, yeah, I don't know what. I don't want to talk about America and guns though. Like, I don't know. It's an interesting thing though. They're very proud of their guns, I can tell you that much. Guns, freedom and beer. You're never going to America. I mean, it's not like they're gonna shoot you. Like, just casually, right? That's not happening. You don't sound convinced. Well, I'm sure they won't shoot you. I don't know. People are pretty serious about trespassing here though, so I'm not saying they're never gonna shoot you. They most likely won't shoot you is what I'm saying. What did you say? I don't know. From what news I've read, yeah, I mean, the school shooting things are pretty bad. Like, yeah, but it's also the news coverage of it that makes it worse. The way they kind of make the guy famous that did the shooting, and I think that's part of the problem, more so than the guns itself. More mass shooting than days so far I've had in the year. Yeah. So, how safe is your country though? Let me check something here. I think Norway and Sweden and that sort of places are some of the safest ones in the world, right? I'm simply, yeah, guessing, I guess. Guessing, I guess. Not Sweden. Is Sweden bad or what? I don't know Sweden, I've never been there. I just hear things. If you tell me Sweden's bad, then next time someone talks about safe places, I'm gonna say lol, not Sweden, and then they're probably gonna tell me, yes, Sweden is the safest country in the world. Probably not. They have so many immigrants that literally causing neighborhoods not to be safe to walk through. Yeah, that sucks. Immigrants potentially are problems. But then again, not all immigrants are. Depends on the immigrant, I guess. If it's like a refugee or people that kind of flee to the country, I think it's potentially more risky. Yeah, so you said if you look at crime statistic, Norway versus Sweden, it's not comparable. So does Sweden not allow people in? Is that why? I mean Norway. Sorry, does Norway not allow people in from the outside, or why is it so much safer? 'We do, but Sweden it's like 10 times. Okay, more than that. Okay. I think Norway is like top 10 safest countries on Earth. Oh, that's great. I want to live in top 10 safest countries on Earth, especially when I one day have kids and stuff. I would want them to be in the safest country possible. Also, I like how you said on Earth instead of like in the world or something. Implies you think there's civilization on like Mars or something. Maybe soon though, to be honest, like. In the world. A 100% is life in space. Okay. I mean, what do you define as life? Do you define life as intelligent, let's call it human-esque species, or do you define life as microorganisms and plants and potentially some animals and stuff. So many carcass maps. I don't like them. I don't count microorganisms. You count plants and stuff. Or like let's rephrase the question to cut to the chase. Do you think like human species things? Or do you just think animals and plants? So, if I'm guessing from your argument that you're saying humans evolved from monkeys, that would imply that you believe there's animals out there which potentially could grow into intelligent, conscious creatures, like that has a conscious and a, I guess, a sense of what's right and wrong and morals and all that good stuff that makes us human. I'm not fighting this thing again, it sucks to fight that. Doesn't give me anything anyway, so... I don't believe we're the only living creatures in space. Okay. I mean... I understand what you're saying, but your argument, as far as I understand it, still includes... Let's use cats, because we've already seen my cat. It already... it could mean that they're space cats. Not necessarily alien, intelligible life. Or intelligent life. Because in... I don't know. In terms of intelligent life, I don't know if I necessarily agree that there are human-like things, but other animals and stuff, I think there are for sure. I still want to get myself a space cow. Space cow makes me think of the Minecraft mushrooms. I don't know if you've ever seen a mushroom. That'd be great.
Greetings.
I don't know what I'd do with it, but I just want it. Why am I doing that
Keep
and
your
sell
life to
that
your
stuff?
own.
Great cows. Yep. It'd be fun. This is going to be the most tanky map that I've done so far, so let's see how I do. Still pretty decent. Okay, this thing is fairly tanky. Not gonna lie. Okay, made it. Okay, let's read this message. Let me give me a second. Okay, in our galaxy, I don't think there's other life, but I'm sure there is some sentient life. Sorry, in some other galaxy. You know, until someone travels to them and comes back alive. Comes back alive is a big part of it. Yep. Which will never happen in our lifetime, so why not be a believer? That is a good question. Why not be a believer? I don't really see the point in being a believer, or versus not being one. Like, I get your argument, but it's not like it benefits me to believe in that. So, if it was the case that it's kind of like being positive versus negative, then I think I would have tried harder to convince myself to believe in it, yep. I don't think there's any positive thing associated with life in space. I think. Unless I'm not missing something. You believe in God? Yes, I believe in God. Ow. This thing hurts. Ow. Stop hurting me, flame balls. So why not aliens? Wait. So your argument follows, if I believe in God, I ought to also believe in aliens. So I'm assuming you don't believe in God, if you may have that argument. Assuming. But yeah. Let me first start there. No, I believe in both. So firstly, I don't think, let's just put it out there, that there being alive out there necessarily contradicts that there's a God. Let's just start there. I know some people say if you believe in evolution or whatever, then you can't believe that there's a God and all that stuff. I wouldn't say that. I don't believe in that. Secondly, why I don't believe both is because I believe I have seen proof that God exists in my life, but I've not seen proof that aliens exist in my life. Put it most simply. I'm a kind of a logical person, so I sometimes need to see to believe, or at least see something in order to have faith that something else that follows will happen. I'll read your message now. I'm just finishing this crazy ultra mega trippy thing I'm doing. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. This is why I need blink arrow. I can get away in situations like this. Ow. Stop hurting me, sir. I kind of made it. I just need to survive these last few rares now. Okay, he's more to go. That's it? Did I make it? Made it. He said, look at the ocean. Most of the things don't look like they belong here. Look, I'm not gonna say you're wrong. What I will ask you though is, why does that prove anything, I guess? It's because there are some ugly ass things out there. Because, I mean, there's some slugs and stuff in the ocean that I don't know about. Can't believe that their parents are too proud to have had them. So I'm pretty sure I'll die to despair. I didn't. I win. What's that fish called again? I'm thinking about one now. I'm curious, since you say you saw things that make you believe in God, could you tell me an example? Genuinely curious. Okay. I'll give you an example. So, okay. Let's use this one. So when before I came to US, since you already know that I'm in US, I'll take that one as an example. Before I came here, I
Go with courage.
how did it start? My first job I had, when I got my salary, I was like, okay, I need to give my 10% to the church, but I've never given any money to the church and stuff since I've never had an income before. So how do I go about doing that? So I did some research into how does it work and what you're supposed to do, and do you even need to give anything to begin with? And long story short, I came down to, yes, okay, just give 10% of your income. So did that. And then as I did the whole process, I thought, okay, let me just pray and ask, like, is this the right thing to do? So I did that. And then I got that whatever else I give on top of my 10%, that total amount will be, how does it work? 10 times that will be my salary soon, okay? So if I were to give 10%, I would probably just stay in the same job position and get the same income soon. And then if I would give more, obviously it would mean I would move up and stuff like that. Then fast forward, I got the job opportunity to come over here. Wasn't sure whether it's the right thing to do or not. Ended up thinking yes it is, and committed. Then COVID started, and that was just a giant disaster. And I got stuck in South Africa for a few years that I couldn't come over because of that, and my life was pretty much a mess, in a mess state anyway. And so then I remembered that about that thing that happened when I got my first job salary, and I looked at my offer to come over here again, and the total for my salary literally worked out exactly to the amount that I gave 10% of my first dive to, and then I knew I should just hold on until I get here, and then literally within a month I was here. So I was about to give up due to COVID just keeping me there. So that's an example
Hello.
of something that happened to me.
Journey well.
I hope I explained that well. I've never had to summarize it quickly without context. And there's more things, like things that happen in daily life as well. But that's just a big tangible one that a lot of people can relate to. Makes sense, you said. I mean, you said you believe in both, so do you have an example of something like that happening to you? Not necessarily financial, but something that was proved to you. If you don't want to tell me, like, you don't have to. Yeah, of God being a thing you believe in. Put it that way.
My mana is low.
It's probably gonna be a long thing to type out, to be honest, now that I think about it. Unless you have a quick one. That you can think of? That's okay. Well then take this. I hope you take this the right way, but I hope you find something, let's say tomorrow, that you can actually think of the next day that sticks with you. It's a small thing. Sometimes small things are the best. I was just kind of raised to be Christian. Yeah. See, that's an potential issue that I found with a lot of people is when you're raised to be Christian, especially if you're in like a, I'm going to use the word religious setup, where there's a lot of rules and like institutional things you do, then you have a higher risk of never really growing to have a relationship with God, and that makes it hard. Makes it hard to have faith and stuff on your own. So yeah, I hope something happens to you in a good way, obviously, that you can actually get more proof that, you know, personal experience that is real and that sort of stuff. I think that'll, just that one little thing makes a big difference, especially for people that are like me, that needs proof or some logical way to rationalize things, even if it's just a foundation for believing in subsequent stuff that you can't see at that stage. Well, there was this one time. Yeah, there it is. That one time. I was on a plane about to go home. Had issues. Okay, so the plane had issues. And I prayed we'd not crash. I mean, that's a solid one. Not crashing equals good. Can confirm. And we didn't, so I guess it worked. Yeah, see, that's the other thing about praying for stuff. A lot of the things that, well, I'm gonna use we in this example, pray for is stuff that is like, I hope, let's say I drive a long distance, you know, like, okay, I pray that I drive safely. And then you have drove safely like 100 times, but again, on this occasion, you drive safely. You would never have known if you didn't pray whether you would have been safe or not, right? Which makes it hard to use those small things as examples sometimes, because you were fine most of the time. But yeah, I always pray internally. Yeah, when I'm allowed to fly. That's good. That, I mean, let's put it this way. Praying about stuff can't hurt you, for sure. But anyway, I mean, I don't know how old you are now, but once you get like an experience of something personal that you can, I almost want to say, unequivocally say that this was not something that would have happened anyway, then I think stuff gets a bit easier. But a good way to make that happen is to pray a lot, which yeah, increases the odds of that happening. Yeah, it's just in case kind of thing. I mean, just in case prayer is definitely not bad. You're 22. Yeah. That's a fair age. Fair age to be. I wish I was 22. I am not at the moment. And it gets worse every year. I'm currently 28. It just got worse again this year. I was 27 just a little while ago. It's not getting better, sir. In Norway, is there a lot of people that are Christian there, or what's the main religion or faith or whatever you call it in Norway? In this day and age, you can identify as 22-year-old. Yep, As long as you don't identify as Amber Heard, I guess. That's how Twitter works, at least. Yep. That is the truth, sir. Unfortunately, very true. That I honestly think she's possessed, man. Like, legit. I watched a lot of that trial and I really think she's possessed. She's just too crazy to be normal. Oh shit, man.
The most farewell.
Which is my freeze flask. Help freeze flask. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Nice. Mostly Christians and atheists, but also a lot of Muslims that immigrate. Yes, that... Yeah. I have no comment on that, but I feel you. I just thought about it. Did you install a loot filter? Stuff that, like, see that super highlighted, that thing, because it's good. And if I press Alt here, you see there's a bunch of other stuff on the ground. Did you install loot filter that, like, highlights the good stuff and hides the bad stuff? You didn't? Let me do you a favor here. It's probably let's go do this. Just checking a web page here. Give me a second, I'm looking up something for you. So this is my YouTube channel. Let's show you a video that I made that will probably help you out a little bit, but I'll also tell you about it. This is not the best video ever.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this
Stop,
quick video
pause.
of showing you all the
Stop.
things that I think
My
is
browser's
needed.
frozen. Share. Let me do this for you. So that'll help you out. I go through the basic add-ons that you can use, so that could be useful. And then yes, I do have a lot of videos. Yes, I did try. I do try. And then so basically on that video I sent you, it's Filterblade. It's a website. I think it's Filterblade XYZ. It's also linked in the description of that video. And then yeah, you just follow the instructions on Filterblade. I think I've said roughly how to install it and where to put it and how it works in that video as well. But then yeah, that will basically do the job for you. And then it does have add-ons. Yes, but it does not have weak auras like WoW. Which I think weak auras would have been very helpful in some cases. But it just has yeah, it just has like a lot of helpful overlay stuff for some. Is that a hideout I don't have? I'll check out that. Okay, let me just get my words back. It has add-ons and it has a lot of stuff that works with auto hotkey. So it's stuff that runs on top of your screen, basically. I wish Diablo had that. Keeping up cooldowns is so annoying. Yeah, I mean, I think they have said, the developers of the game have said that they are working to improve this stuff for us. But until then, I guess we're a little bit on our own. But yeah, there's no weak auras yet. I did not try out Diablo for my phone, no. It just came out. People already saying it's pay to win. Yeah. I don't know if you know who Quinn69 is. Is someone I watched quite a bit during my work time on Twitch. But yeah, I listened to what he said about, him in his chat said about Diablo Immortal, and yeah, pay to win. Pay to win is so stupid, man, I can't. Just a tip, since I've seen this now. So in some maps, but especially during leveling, you sometimes see this little, it's hard to show you, but it looks like a, I don't know what symbol that is. This thing where my cursor is. That means that there's a hideout you can unlock there. I don't know if you've been in, is this like dungeon thing? The map is a dungeon thing, yes, but this is a hideout. So let me just clear it. So you'll see Helena will be in this hideout, for example. And you just clear out the mobs in here. And then take up the ladder. Clear out all the mobs. And when you're done with all of them, you go back to talk to her.
The blackguards will
And
never
then
stop pursuing someone.
you have cleared the
Blackguards
hideout.
will never go with courage.
Let's just make sure I've cleared it. And then you've unlocked it basically. But I think there's a remaining monster I missed somewhere. Am I missing it? Surely not, right? Anyway, my point is you unlock hideouts like this. Oh, there's another up. I didn't even see that. This is one I've not unlocked yet. It's a pretty rare one. And it says here, hideout unlocked, brutal hideout. So, yep, that's how you get hideouts. You said a lot of things I didn't.
With the death of the last monster here, the very air itself feels different.
You like Ranger, reminds you of Demon Hunter? Yeah, I can see that. Yep, for sure, especially with wings. What's the point of hideout? Okay, let's
Journey
go.
well.
So if I teleport out of here now, I'll go to my hideout. So this zone here, I've customized myself. I know it looks trash, but this is my own handiwork, placing all this stuff wherever they are. It's your own space that you can use to like edit and stuff. So let's say I want to move Lily Roth, who is a vendor of skill gems, like over there. I can do that and like turn her around and, you know, do whatever. So it's your own little base. And it's also your map device and your stash tab you can put in here, so you'll do the dungeons from your hideout. Mine is empty, so it looks cooler than mine. Yeah, I guess. But you can talk to Helena. If you can invite her to your hideout, by the way, if she's not already there. You can invite all of these people to your hideout that I have in mind. And then you can say select hideout, and then as you unlock them, you can use whatever one you want to use. There's also a way that I've not done myself that you can import hideouts that other people have already built if you don't want to design your own one. Then it will like automatically place all the I'm stuck. All the cosmetic stuff, and yeah. You can skip that whole thing of building it yourself. I probably will do it myself. I played a lot of Sims. Nice. Yeah, there's quite a lot of building blocks and things you can use. I just didn't.
My mana is
I went for functional and efficient. Also, in case you're curious why I'm doing this same map a lot, is there's you can farm specific things that only drop in some areas. So I'm doing, let's show you, tower map, PoE, super bright, ow. I'm doing the tower map here, that can drop the, where's the thing? Looking for here. Does it even say what it drops? Doesn't even say. How sad of them. Anyway, let me show you what it drops. Divination card. I'm pretty sure you've seen these before. So it drops the offering card. If you collect 8 of them, you get a chess piece called Chevron's Wrappings, and I'm trying to get that. So that's why I'm doing the same map over and over. Is I know it only drops from that tower map. So yeah, in case you're interested, you don't have to do the same stuff over and over. Dude, you're teaching me so much. Well, I'm glad I can help you, man. I legit would have never figured out any of this stuff for myself. You probably would. It would probably just have taken you a little bit. But I have to say the in-game information provided is lackluster. It doesn't tell you what you need to know to really know enough to play the game on your own without looking at guides or any external stuff. So there's a lot. Like there's a lot. Like there's also missions I could do on this guy, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to overwhelm you with all the info at once, but yeah. And then just putting this out there because it's easy to fall in this trap. When you play the game, you don't have to be able to kill all the bosses, because some of these bosses in the game, they have normal versions, then they have uber versions, and then they have uber versions. And every build in this game cannot do all content, so if you're having a good time doing whatever you want to do, then you won. You've won. A lot of people focus on only play builds that can do all content, and then they end up playing the same build every league, and I can't imagine that that is fun. And to be fair, with like super high investment, you can make almost every build do all content. It's just gonna be hard. And with a lot of investments, I mean unethical amount of investment. I just want to solo in-game dungeons on repeat for 12 hours every day. Well, I mean, I want to say every build can do that. Every good build can do that. There's no issues there. In terms of the pinnacle bosses of the end game, I guess that's another story. But 12 hours is a very long time, man. Not gonna lie. I don't know when I get into games. Yeah, if you're like that, if you really get into games when you get into them, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this. Like, this is gonna be just once you get your first character to maps and you start to see the glory, and I want to say start doing the kind of things that I'm doing here, trying to see the mechanics and understand how to improve your build. It's super addictive in a good way. This is so much fun. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I died. It's okay. It's okay. I'm busy getting more survivability. What filter should I take? Take a semi-strict. I think semi-strict, right? Let me just not lie to you. Yeah, I think semi-strict is the best. Let's see what regular looks like. Yeah, semi-strict is better. Otherwise you're gonna see too many things and you're gonna have to pick up too much. I currently am playing on strict, but that's because I already have all the basic gear. So I only am interested in like very good gear. So that's why I just hit it by updating my filter. And then of course you can adjust your filter whenever you want to. It's not like you're purchasing it and that's it. Hittsman. Let's do some harvest.
This way, Exile.
Defense. Cool, we got the filter and it worked. Did it say it loaded successfully when you got into the game?
I'm not up to that just yet. My mana is gone.
I gotta start the game. Okay. Cool. I'm sure it will work.
Not the fruit, just the juice.
Alright. See what we got here. Unique into a different unique. Do this one. Already got one of those. Already got one of those. Bad face. Oh, well. This is so good. Where do I enable it? So I think I did put that in the video, but why am I? Here we go. So when you go to options, it's game, options game. It has second from the top. It has a list of filters. You can click there, and it should be here for you to select. And then you click here, reload, and it will have this pop-up that says item filter loaded successfully. Cool, you did it. Great, you made it. You're a big boy now. This is just absolutely terrible. It has the mod I want, but it's terrible. Okay. I should be making jewels, but I don't have a good crafting base for gloves, and I really need good gloves. I guess these could work.
My mana is gone.
Almost got hit by that fireball. Okay, attack mod. Probably the best for just doing the rings, I don't care. Give me amazing rings. And go. It didn't do it. Nice. Okay, more common life. Do a jewel. Oof, this is a great jewel for me. Oh my word, this is amazing. Okay, that's amazing. Love it. Give me it. Finally made something useful today. So the reason that jewel is so good for me is the necklace I'm using scales off of attributes. So flat attributes is basically damage, and then also it has life, which is life. Life is life. Sure, that's a song. I'm sure it's a song. Something hit me. It died, so it's okay. Alright. How did I do that? Need to go back. Finish this map still. Another one. I've not even got one card today yet on this map. Melted. I can clearly see my damage is getting better. Just very happy about that. If I make an archer, what build is best? Archers aren't great builds with low investment, but what build is best? Probably Toxic Rain. I think Toxic Rain is the best, but personally I don't like the Toxic Rain the way it looks. Let me show you here. Just want to show you like a skill. Does this work? Yeah, so basically what it does, what class should I do, because I'm sick of the helix thing. Honestly, if you play a bow build and you use, so okay, but bow builds are really tough. Like, let me just say that it's really tough to make them work. But Toxic Rain is probably the best one. Yeah, probably the best one. If you want to do one similar to the one I'm doing, you need to get this amulet. That's the only thing. And the amulet costs some currency, so you'll have to make another build first to farm out the exalts. So you need about 2 or 3 depending on which amulet you go for, which one on sale you go for, and then you can buy it. But I wouldn't necessarily start with the build if you don't have the amulet first. What class should you go? That's not bow. Well, I would do a raider personally. I think raiders are great. So this one, which is a ranger. You can do spectral helix with a raider. You can also do lightning strike, which is a claw build. Uses a claw that does like a lightning hit that shoots out projectiles. Or you can do the do you know what Cyclone is? Because I personally think Cyclone is great. It just requires a lot of investment as well. But if you don't want to do attack builds, Cyclone is spinning. I think I can just equip Cyclone and show you. Let me just do that.
Hail, Godslayer.
I can actually equip the skill gems for you. Since I have the Omni Amulet, I can basically use everything. Let's go up stuff here, do that, do this. So this is Cyclone. You spin around like this. And obviously you attack while you spin. It's pretty easy. And the champion is the best one to do, in my opinion. Champion or Slayer, but I would do champion. Yep. One of my favorite ones for sure. Yes, it is. It is literally Barbarian Whirlwind, and it's so much fun.
Hello.
So if you go, let's show you one here. UE Cyclone Champion. Do that. This one, I think literally, I don't know how good this guide is. Let's just check here. Okay, what chapters does he have? Oh no, he's just showcasing stuff. That's useless. Okay, he does show things. Okay, I can suggest this one. So type in PoE Cyclone Champion, and also type in Shockwave. Just do that. So type in that, and you can choose which one looks fun. A lot of them would suggest Slayer to you. Is Summoner Builds good? Because I like spamming summons and don't want to fight myself. Yeah, Summoner Builds are super strong. Summon... Skeleton Build. I'm trying to type over my cat. Mage, Skeleton, Necromancer... yeah, I would say skeletons. Skeletons or zombies. Spectres are also good, but spectres are more maintenance and a lot harder to do. But this guy, the Ghazi TV, he makes like good build guides if you want to check him out. With summoners, you will for sure have a good time. Like, I've not seen a bad summoner build, honestly. try that out. That's a good idea, actually. I haven't thought about that. Since I don't play them myself, I don't really think about them. I'm one of those people who don't like summoning. Those weird boys. Not a bad one. On all the builds on this site. Yeah, for summoners, he's probably one of the best build creators. He plays almost only summoners, so if anyone can help you, he can. That's literally one of the things I have the least amount of knowledge on, is summoning builds. Since I don't play them myself, I am not the one. I'm not the chosen one for that task. You get me? Nice. I would love to help you and tell you exactly what to do, or even that I have a build guide for a summoner, but I don't. I'm the same, but PoE, I just take so much damage and die so often, I'd rather just stick... Yeah. So let me show you some tips here. If you struggle, or if you die a lot, get your defenses. It's not easy to do, but your fire, cold, and lightning resistance under defense should always be 75 or higher, but 75. The reason for that is the game is scaled around you having max resistances. So if you die a lot, just check, you're probably going to be very weak to a particular element, and that's probably why you're struggling. Yeah. I'm gonna guess that's why. Also, if you struggle, pick up a race aura. I don't know what level you get them. You get them in Sarn somewhere. And then just equip that. It'll give you a lot of evasion chance and you'll get hit more often. So makes you a bit tankier as well. Okay. How long am I gonna stream for? Not too much longer. I still wanna weapon swap. I still wanna edit a video that I've recorded at the beginning of the stream. So I wanna get that loaded onto YouTube, hopefully tonight still. Or I have to go to sleep. I have to wake up at 6 every morning. So can't go to bed too late.
I shall die 1,000 times.
So to answer your question, probably like 20 minutes or so.
Hate myself. Hate the syndicate.
Yeah.
Rather be dead.
This guy rather wants to be dead, so execute him.
Get on with it, Exile.
Yeah. Waking up early is not my thing. I don't like it a lot.
Death holds no terror for me.
Check how this guy gets assassinated.
You honor the way by swiftly delivering death to warriors who fought well.
Like, straight up stabbed. Straight up stabbed. I just used to stay up all night and didn't even have to wake up early. Then I'd sleep the second I got home from work. That makes sense. If I was younger, I probably would have tried stuff like that. But my work is a little bit... I need to be awake. Oh, I saw that coming and I didn't dodge it. I need to be awake during work, like fully awake. Because if I make a lot of mistakes, there's gonna be consequences. Yeah. I work for a truck. I'm a mechatronics engineer, by the way, so I work for a truck company, so I need to be awake if I design the stuff for them. Otherwise, someone's gonna be an unhappy trucker. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Being responsible, I don't quite like it. It harshes my mellow. Let's put it that way. You're a shelf stacker. Why do you say lowly? That's not... I mean... That's mean. Any job is a job, right? Honestly, I don't think I could be a shelf stacker. I don't know what killed me there. I would be a terrible shelf stacker. I would lose focus and just be terrible at it. I don't know what's killing me on this map. The temporal bubble is definitely not helping. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I don't know how I'm still alive. I think I need to change my gem setup and use anger on divine blessing. So I can use determination aura, so I'm a little more tanky. Okay, I survived. You said you were lowly shelf stacker, which I still don't agree with that statement. And then you said, lol, I got paid lowest of all my coworkers, and they made me do everything while they sat and checked. See, that's just ridiculous. I can't stand people that do that. There's a lot of people that think they're above other people for whatever reason, and I don't like them. I don't like the ow ow ow. Almost as much as I don't like this thing one-shotting me. Yeah, it comes down to everyone has value and all jobs needs to be done by someone, right? So that's how I see it anyway. Such a crazy map. I don't know how I made it this difficult. Yeah, cause I was the new guy, so I just got slaved around. Yeah, let's see. There is, I kind of want to say, an older generation of people who believes that if you're new, you need to be slaved around so you can learn respect or something stupid like that, which I think is just BS. But anyway, so there are people that believes that. I'm gonna say if you value you, if I value you back, feet don't work in a group. Oh, I see what you're saying. I do value my back and I do value my feet, so I'll take your advice on that. Hopefully it never comes to that for me. Because I'll probably be bad at it either way, even if it's bad, like hard on my body. Ow. I really need to work on this character's defenses. I feel super squishy.
My mana is
Almost anything here can one-shot me.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Just the amount of damage I do. Ridiculous. Oh, still not enough to not die though.
No, I wouldn't want to rest here.
Try again.
God's sake.
I wonder what it was in that map that made me die so much. I think it's because of the modifier it makes unique enemies so difficult. I don't know. Monsters hinder on hit. Yeah, I don't know. Just need to solve my survivability here. How uncivilized. Do you want to see them get stabbed?
If you think I'm going to say...
Which one will I stab first?
Just do it. You get
Prisoner. This one.
If you think I'm going to
Stab
say
him.
or do anything...
This wasn't personal until just
Stab.
now. Go on, do it. You're no stranger to murder.
Just do it. You get. I'm a talker.
I can appreciate you're starting to figure it out, aren't you? I can see it in your eyes.
Okay. Let's see if I can fix my auras and stuff here. So I need determination. Sell my stuff in my inventory to make some space first.
Blessings.
You're gonna play witch, so then you're gonna go necromancer. Oh, absolution. Oh, that's a very interesting choice. I think it could be a lot of fun. I've never played Absolution. I've watched someone play it, but it never played it myself.
Be careful.
Rage, flame dash, posting, anger, grace. Okay. I need this to be divine blessing,
Hail, God's
life tap. And then I need one more socket to fit this in somewhere. Okay. Gazi Dude said it's S tier and you can almost play it without any gear. Oh, that's good. That sounds like a good starting build. So it's good for starters with no money. Oh, great. Okay, well that's what you want to hear. Yeah, I think it could be fun. It looked fun to me. I want 3 red sockets on this glove. Oh, and then I want to link them. So this, that, and that. And this needs to go in here with these. I need 2 greens, 1 red, 1 blue. There we go. Let's go back here, I guess. Cool. Okay, so now I will have Aversion Anger as a button to increase my damage. And I will have this aura, that aura, and that aura. Cool. Now whenever I need to press that. Cool. Should level Enduring Cry to heal up. Kinda want that on my glove. Yeah, I need all red glove now. Oh, red. Go red. There we go. I need 1 blue here. Oh. Let's try out that setup. Let's see. Now I can use Enduring Cry to heal. Cool. Okay, he made a 6-hour long video on how to get pulled from Act 1 to 10. Yeah, it takes about, I mean, probably 8 hours to level your first character to maps. I'm saying 8 because you'll be a little bit inexperienced, right? So yeah, it takes some time. Interesting. And I played for 12 and only got to Act 3. Yes, I don't want to be rude, but you're slow as hell, for sure. Slow as hell, in fact. Most of my time was me tabbing out to look through the build guide. Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, you don't have to feel rushed though on your first try on the game and stuff. We'll have to figure out how to manage that situation there. I need an extra movement ability, but I don't have the slot for it in my gear. Okay. Ow. Okay, that's whenever I get quiet, I get tired, and they go hand in hand. I think when I'm done with this map, I'm gonna call it for today. So if there's anything else you still wanna ask, this is the time before I go. Just gonna follow that guide. Cool. I'm sure you'll be fine. I mean, you've played Diablo, so you'll be aight. Okay, let's see how I do on boss damage now. Decent, decent. Not too bad. Okay. Not bad at all for early days. Level 78 now. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out. I wish you all the best on your first time PoE stuff, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, roughly same time, and all that good stuff. Yeah. Alright, man. You have fun and all that good stuff. I'll see you next time. Cheers for now. Bye.